Hello everyone and welcome to my new stream. So let's start. Let's keep going. Last time we left with some to do right here, and for some reason my back hurts. Oh my god. So what we are going to do today? Well, this is this is kind of we have to implement these three functions. So the first one generates the rule based on the input. The second one updates the list, and the third one it stores the rules. It updates the database. So now we have to to create a name for each. We have to create a name for each element, right? Let me check if I'm doing it correctly. I think so. So let's try to name each element. We have the input type, then we have the select type, and I will just put the role. Probably I will call it um, um, wait. Should I just use the ID and then get the element from the ID? I'm not sure. But this function would be called so this is how we do it. So when we click on save, and also before we do that, let me create the cancel button, because we also need this, right? So let's do this. We cancel this, and then nothing will happen. Like so if we go here and we update the page, we also have the cancel button, and nothing will happen if we click on cancel. but this part works pretty well. And honestly, I also like the style. Like it looks so simple, but there is some advanced stuff here. I like this. So this is the callback, and it's simply a function that returns true. And the interesting part is that JavaScript kind of looks like a real, you know, a real math statement. Like for functions, we would use, the name followed by a colon, and then we will we will mm, specify the group, like um, probably um, probably 0 to 10, like this, and like it kind of looks like this. This is this is the return value of of a function, and like this is the value, and inside the JSON format we will, you know the JSON format uh, is set, like the elements are defined with a semicolon. I mean with a colon. It's kind of similar, and that's really interesting. That's really interesting. So let's generate the rule based on the form input. So I don't know if I should pass this using a parameter or just, do the get element by D. Uh, to avoid confusion, I would just use get element by D. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So inside this rule block, let's define the object. It's just roulette rule block, and inside we have um, let's open a new window and hold on. And here we go. So we have, oh my god, this is annoying. So we have this part here, and we should just copy this and probably paste it right here. And this where we where we fill our attributes. It's very simple. So for now the argument list is just an empty object. And oh shit, what happened? Okay. For now the argument list is just an empty object. I will define the arguments later. So now we have the field ID, and we simply have to get the element from this, like we'll field ID probably, and then we will just use document.getElementByD dot value. The same thing applies to the rule type, and this time we are going to wait. Oh, we will just do this, and this is a number, so we will cast this to a number, and the name is actually different. What's the name? Rule type. That's the name. I feel like I need to change this. I will just change to this. So we will get the from this. So we will just do a document dot get elements by D, and then we will just retrieve the value. Same thing applies to this. the rule expect, right? So we just need to copy this, paste it there, cast it to a boolean, and here's this. It's actually pretty simple. Like, we don't have to make weird iterations. Like, it's just there. It's just a block. And oh god. And lastly, we will let's see, what should we add here? This is the ID. The ID is rule text rule output text probably, and we just need to document.get element by d this dot value. That's pretty much it. This is the implementation, but it's not completed yet because we still have to define the arguments. So also, you don't even need this part here because this is a window that pops out, and we already have the save option. So it doesn't even make any sense, actually. So this is pretty much it. Now let's try to retrieve this value. So let's get this. So we have this if else statement. Then we have the rule block, and we need to check the wait, what do we need to check the block type, right? And it should be like that. Right? Then we will define the arguments. Ruleblock.args equals to, and then we will define the rest. So if we go here, we need to create, let me just copy and paste this. There we go. So oh, the holy fuck, we also need to, okay, so the second part is very easier because we simply have to we have the form, then we have this checked, then we just console, wait, what's the fucking ID? Do we have an ID? Okay. Rule in our case. So console.log. What's why I'm writing console.log? It's, I don't know. We should get the elements by D. Then we should value. Nope. We should check if this is checked, right? But we don't have this form yet. So we click here, and now we have it, right? Yeah. So the value is the value doesn't work. We need to check if this is checked. I don't know, the value is kind of weird. So if we have this is true. I don't know how it works. Why is it set to on, but we should use checked for checkboxes. Yeah, kind of weird, but and we just put this, right? Like even if this isn't checked, like it's still on. I don't know how it works, because it's a little bit weird. But on the PHP side, I don't get when I make the request, I don't get the on or off. Like I get on and off. I don't get just on. Like, kind of hard to explain. It's weird. On this side instead, it's way much easier. So let's just wait. I will add this later. For now, let's focus on this part. So the type can be fixed, or it can be not fixed, like, and we can just put the we can just retrieve it from there. Um, yeah. So we get this. Let's copy that and paste it here, and then let's replace this part. This is the value, right? After we did this, we have to, we still have to do this. So let me try this with this approach. Like let's x type equals to this, and this is the x type. And after we define the x type, we can just ask if this is equals to, if this is fixed, we will just retrieve the documents.get ID. The other part, which I forgot, I didn't forget it. It doesn't even exist. Like we don't have an ID yet. So let's define it real quickly. And probably rule CMP fixed value, and I will just get this element of value, or else we will get the other value, the value in the other field. We don't have an ID. Let's put it really quickly. Wait, yeah. No. This is not the fixed value anymore, but this is the field value. And we will just replace this right here. And everything should be fine, right? On this part, luckily this is simpler. We just need to get this right here, and then we'll just we will just get the fucking value. So if we have the type number, right here, we still have to define the ID. So let's rule count, or input count, and then let me just test this. Oh god, wait, what the fuck? All right. So let's create document.get element by ID. Then we get this dot value. It's a string. Okay. Okay. I get it. So let's cast it to a number. Now for this part it should be way easier. And then a rule CMP type. Did they already use this? Nope. I will call it like that because this is the operator. And I will just document.getInventory this dot value. And oh god. And if we try to debug this, so what the fuck? Alright. So now if we try to debug this, we get the right thing. Like if we go here on the length and we set this, yeah, it works. So and now let's try to simply return let's return the fucking the rule block, and this will be returned, right? And after we did and after this, let's create a new function that is called on the submit. So on dialog submit, and after we did that, we will just for now we will just return false, and then we will call this function. I mean, let roll block equals this, and then let's just console.log roll block, right? I mean, okay, I think this is way too generic. The name is way too generic, so I'll just add it to this. And this we call we will call this. This is the callback function. So we can add this, we can save, and we get the fucking we get the how can I say it, the block, like we generated the block based on this form. Let's try to check if this actually works. Also, if we get this value from wait. Okay, I kinda forgot that exists for some reason. Okay, let me just. Okay, let's create this. Let's make an example real quick. Let's test this. So we have the field ID. Let's put this warning. This is a regex, and we have a fixed value. Let's put this value like that. So we have this, and wait, there is, I think there is an issue. Like, we have the field ID, then we have the value, and then we have the expression. Wait, what? Wait. I think I forgot to remove this because this part should be there. Like, this part shouldn't be there. Like, it's not even used. Hold on. Where is it? Yeah, this, we didn't even use this. Okay. That's why we test stuff here. So let's add a new rule. We have a field ID. Hold on, let me just... Oh, that's weird. What's the stream? Yeah, I'm streaming. I'm gonna close the stream to prevent, like, to avoid useless bandwidth usage. So we have the field ID. Let's set this to warning. Then let's create a regex type. So we have a fixed value, and we will just input this just to make a simple example. Let's ignore the case. Let's ignore case, yeah. And then we will accept this is true. And on violation, we will just display probably you have an error. And if we click save, okay, let's check if everything worked correctly. So the type is 1, and that's the type warning. And as you can see here, the type warning is 1. Then we have the field ID, and the field ID I can already see it there, and it's right here. Yeah, the block type is regex right here. We compare a fixed value. This is part of the arguments type. And we have the expression, and this is a fixed value, and the value is expr. Then the ignore case is enabled, and we can clearly see it here. It's set it to true. Then we expect this to be true, and if we have an error, we will just display this. Yeah, for now everything works fine. Now let's try to change something. Let's change this, and this. Let's save it. Now we have the type 2 because the error is actually type 2. Then we always have the regex type. And the arguments, inside the arguments list, we always have the fixed value thing. And wait, this isn't supposed to be true. Okay, This is why we test our things, because there could be some error. And the value is okay. But I don't know why this isn't working. Okay, we have the rule expect. The value should be should be false. For some reason it isn't. Wait. Oh my fucking god. Are you serious? Are you fucking serious? Wait. No, I don't think. I think JavaScript is joking right now. There is no way. There is no fucking way. Oh my fucking god. Um. Okay, this is annoying. Yeah, it kind of makes sense because this is actually a string, and a string is actually, you know, f is it's this is different to zero, and this generates a true value. That's probably that's the reason. That's the reason for basically. Yeah, this could be confusing, but uh, let me check if there is, some like an actual way to an official way to convert a string boolean a to an actual boolean value. So JS string bool to boolean. Oh, I don't like the eval function. I don't really like. Also, what the hell is this? Yeah, I just need to compare to make a normal comparison. Like I I don't know. I wanted to avoid that, not because it's like like I know the performance is not that much influenced, but I wanted to be sure if there was an actual documented, official way to do that, to do this operation. But I don't think there is any. So I will just um, this will be cast like that. True. So let's try again. So we have the field D. We have the compare. This time I will put the length. I will set it to 16, and it should be less than false, and this your password must contain at least 16 characters. So now we have the expect set it to false, and here we have it set it to true. The arguments, yeah, it changed. They are both fixed, and the value is 16, and LT, that stands for less than. So we generated the rule. We managed to do the first part. So um, so this isn't a to do anymore. We completed this part. Now the only thing to do is to have a rule list and a system to save the rules to the server. Well, how much am I streaming for? How long am I streaming for? 46 minutes. I will stream for another 14 minutes. So, um, oh my god. Wait, what the fuck happened? Why did my chat disappear? Oh. Oh my god. Wait. Hold on. Don't do this. Why did it just... Wait. Why is it right here? Like, why is it behind the OBS window? Wait. I need to do this. Yeah. Yeah, this has to be fixed. I don't know. I still don't have the latest version, but this is a problem. So what we did right now, we managed to create a form and generate the rules based on the form, on the input data. And this is our result, and it's it's good because that's what we expected to do. So now we have to create a list of rules, and this can be annoying actually. So if we have like, we must have, you know, let rules data. This is actually an array. We are following this system. Is this an array? I think so. This is an array. So when we update the list, what we are going to do. So um, when we have the dialog submit, we also have to retrieve the ID of which rule we are editing. Like if we are editing an existing rule, the 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 rule will be replaced. It won't be added. And also, we need to create another function like update rules elements, and this what and this what does it and this function, and what happens when we call this function. It's just updates the HTML structure. This just updates the HTML structure. So it will add or remove blocks based on this data, the rules data. So this is basically how it works. Right. Now let's try to implement this. So let's update the local rules, and to do that we will just pass the index, pass the data, the rule block, and the index that can be null, and if this is null, I also need to return true if everything is successful. So right here I have to return true if everything is successful, and I don't know why I'm doing this, but probably return true. Wait, why should I actually do that? This doesn't make any sense, but I follow my past self. So after we do that, we have a rule block, we have our rules data. So we will just do rules data, this idx equals, so now just put the rows data dot length, or else we will just get the index equals to this, and then a rule block. This is an array with a single element. And then for some reason I have to return true. I will probably, I don't know, I will remove this true, or I don't know. So we updated the list, and I thought that I had to iterate each element, but we actually don't. So let's remove this, and we completed the second step, the second to do. Now we have the third one, but the third one is just save it to the server, save it to the database. And we have to write some backend code for that. So I'm gonna do that later. And probably I will do this later as well. So after we did that, we will, we will update local rules, and then I will just rule block any, or the rule block, just press this, and right here I have to get the ID from here. So when we get the ID will just be stored, I will just store it here. I will create inputs type text style display one, and the value will be the index, right? And the ID will be role IDX, and right here I only need to get the let's wait cost IDX equals to document.get element ID, this part value, and this will be cast to number. And after we did that, wait, actually if wait, wait, I'm going to do something really special. So this is the template. This is the template string. The template. How is it called? The template notation. And if IDX is not null, nothing will be displayed. Like this will be displayed, or else nothing will happen. So if we have this, so if we have let this, wait, this is a const um, mm, yeah, acts wait, this should work fine. So let's try to test this. So if we have the rules data, and this is an empty array. So let's create a new rule. Let's put some random values, and then this, save it, and now we have rules data. Yeah, this is an array. And this is our rule data. But if we edit the rule, I cannot actually test it because the interface is missing. So I guess I will test this when I implement this part, because we need to place the HTML part. We need to create the script that generates the HTML code for our rules, like the user interface. You know what I'm saying? So we have this. Okay, guys, I'm streaming for over an hour, and yeah, this is what we did in the last, how we implemented these functions. We still have to implement these two, and we also need to implement the backend side when we save the rules. And everything should be okay. Like, we don't need anything else. So I think this is pretty much it for this session. Thank you. So thank you so much for watching this session, and I will see you the next time. Maybe in a few in a few hours. Yeah. See ya.